Hello everyone, it is Karan Gerber here for Graphic 45. I wanted to share with you my very first project, which I designed as my introduction project, and this is a handmade album measuring 8 1/4 by 8 1/4 with a 3-inch spine. And I am going to do a walkthrough on how I created my inside pages. I don't have anything on the inside front cover yet. I'm not sure what I want to do there. I have a few magnetic closures throughout the album, one being here, and I have 4 photo flips here, and then we're going to open it, and here I've got some side pockets that I can add more photos and pull out tags to. I want to create a clasp closure here. I have another magnet on this side, and I've got 2 fold down photo flips here. I'm going to turn it this way, and again I've got an open pocket. I've got a magnet on here, and this folds out this way. I have another belly band here on a magnet closure, and that opens that way. And again, all my pages have side pockets. Let's get a side pocket here. And then this one, I've just got a large photo flip. And then here I have another belly band with a fold out. And again, the side pocket. And then the final page, I have a large fold out. Not sure what I want to do with the inside back cover, but there you have my walkthrough of my very first project with Graphic 45. Okay, so I've got my chipboard laid out, and I've got my adhesive on the back of my chipboard. I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down. So I always like to have the joining piece of the 2 pieces of cardstock that I put together in the middle of my spine. And there's this great little handy tool from We Are that I'm going to allow the proper separation between my spine and the front cover, and then my spine and my back cover. So I'm just going to go so I've got my adhesive wrapped all the way around the inside of the cover. I've also trimmed a little bit off the edge just to make sure all the sides were even. So now I need to crease, lightly fold in these edges just so I don't tear that cardstock. You can also stand so for the hinge, I have created a hinge piece like this. I'm going to show you how I did that. So I have a piece of cardstock, 7 5/8 by 11, and I need to score at 1 1/2, at 2 1/4, at 3, at 3 3/4, 4 1/2, 5 1/4, 6, 6 3/4, 7 1/2, 8 1/4, at 9 inches, and then at 9 3/4. And you can see the score lines there. So what we're going to do now is we are just going to fold on that center line to create our hinge. And then we're going to glue on the back. So I'm just going to go and just kind of pinch these together. And here is our hinge. Now I'm just going to glue on the back, and I will be right back. So now we need to cover the inside of the front and back of our album. So I need 2 pieces of black cardstock measuring 7 1/2 by 7 1/2. And I have put adhesive on the back, and we are just going to glue that down. So I'm just finishing up gluing this down here. So I need to center it, giving it some space there where the spine is going to bend. And I want to make sure I burnish that. I just want to go over my hinge again. Give that a little bend. And look at that. We have just put together our album base. So what we need to build now are the signatures that will go in here. We will need 8 pieces of cardstock. We need to cut 4 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. And we need to cut 4 7 3/4 by 8 3/4. And then we need to score on the long end at 1/2 inch on each end. These are going to create our pockets. So I will put one together just to show you. So I'm going to run adhesive on that scored edge. Oops. I'm going to fold and burnish. Burnishing is very important when you're making an album from scratch. So I have my top piece, which measures 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. And we are just going to line up that piece. And burnish those two together. And do the same for this side. So I can do it from down here. Line up that edge and pull out that adhesive. And then I'm going to trim off any excess glue. So there is our signature. So I've got my 4 signatures all put together. And now I just need to insert these into the album. Taking off the glue strips from the hinge, I'm going to open up my signature and press this over that hinge. And then I just need to secure both sides. I'm just going to go over it with my bone folder. And I'm going to do that for all 4 signatures. And there we go. There is our album with the 4 pages and the open ends to add more photos in there. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial on how to build my album base. Thank you for joining me, and have a great day.